Good evening, everyone. Cosmic Contender here for another tutorial on the holiday game. It's a top-down game where we play as an elf and we run around and collect ornaments and dodge snowmen. Now, this is what I imagine to be the end game. It's very basic, but someone requested, how would we do dashing? So that's what we want to do. So let's add a couple of variables. So we want to have a speed for dashing. So we're going to call it a dash speed. You spell it correctly. I'm going to double our speed for dashing. Then we're going to add two more variables. One that says that we can dash. So we're going to go can underscore dash. That's the way we do multi-word variables, a snake case in GDScript. And we're going to set that default to true. Then we're going to have another one called, we can call it is dashing. And that will be defaulted to false. Okay. Now, we have these variables. We also need a node called a timer node. So we're going to add that in there. If you can't find it, you just need to search it in here. Just type in timer to find it. Okay. Now we need two of them. So we could go in here and add it through here, or we could go here and copy and then Control V, but we also want it outside of here. So move it here. There we go. We can do that. But we also, let's go add it back in, add our timer. You just click here, Control D, and then you got two timer nodes now. So that duplicates it. All right, let's call this one our dash timer. This one will be called our reset dash. So this one will be responsible for the time in between our dashes, and this is responsible for how long we dash. So I'm going to set that automatically to just 0.2 seconds. It's going to be a one shot. And go back here, and every 1 second we're going to be able to dash, and then that will also be a one shot. Now, a couple other things we need to do is go over to what we see our inspector, and then we have this node. We want to attach this signal to our script, our player script, hit connect, and we got this one. And we're going to do the same exact thing to our reset script. Okay? So we got those two attached. Now, we could add a function here. But since we already have a function for get input, we're going to do another function for get, or yeah, we can call it get dash input. And this one will handle whether or not we hit the dash key. So we currently don't have a dash key. So let's save this. Go to our project settings. We want to go to our input map. So again, up here, project settings, input map, then add a new action. We call it dash, add, and we add a new key. We want to do shift, hit OK. Good there. Save. And then after we do that, we can go if input dot is action just press dash, then we want to set can dash to false because we literally just dashed, and then set dashing to, or is dashing equal to true. And then we want to get a reference to our dashes. So what we can do is there's two things we can do. We can type it in here by doing $dash, or we can drag and drop. And so we can hit shift and drag both of these in here, but we don't want the underscore. So we're gonna underscore the comma. So then we're gonna go dot start, as well as this one, dot start. Okay. So now these will time and then they'll time out, right? So we start the timer and then they'll time out. So what do we want to do here in our timeout? Well, we just set our can dash to false and it is dashing. So we said that this dash timer, which is this one right here, these will match name-wise, is the one that manages how long we were dashing for. So is dashing, after it times out, will be set to false. And then our reset dash, so can dash, will be set to true. All right, so after those are set, we need to be able to actually use the ability that the fact that we're able to dash. So we're not even calling this function right now anywhere. It's just, it exists, but we're not calling it. So let's call this function. Let's do right here, right before our get input, get dash input. Oh, we don't need the colon. Okay, so you could type that in or just copy and paste. And then in here, if is dashing, then we want to take this. We can literally copy this whole line, get rid of speed and go dash speed, and then else, and go to the new line and indent it so it will be in that same block as the else. Let's get rid of this space. All right, let's see, is there any errors? No, no errors. Let's save our scene. Save. Let's press play. We can move around, right? And if we move to the left and hit the shift, we go a little bit faster, if you can see that. If we go back to our script, we can even go really fast and we'll zoom across the map. So this I wouldn't recommend, but look how far you can go across the map like that. So very cool. But one last thing I wanted to add in here is if we go through Snowman, we don't want to die while dashing. So if is not dashing, or is dashing, so if we're not, then we can reset the scene. So now let's test if that one works. Okay, let's find a snowman. Let's move towards it. Okay, we don't die immediately. Let's try it again. We don't die, but then we finished dashing, so we do die in the other one. So that gives us a little bit of invulnerability scenes, but that is the rest of the game. If you have anything else you want to see implemented in this tutorial, I will do more additional videos with it. Please feel free to leave a comment. And if you did enjoy it, please think about liking and subscribing. Thank you so much.